Spanning the globe. Through the power of the World Wide Web. It's Stacey and Steve's Cringe Fest. And now, here are your hosts, Stacey and Steve.
Here we go again, Cringers. I'm Stacey.
And she's Stacey.
Yep. And he's somewhere else in the world completely.
Continent, so something, Stacey.
Not much is up with me. If you notice, Cringers, that there will be less barking and less background noise, it's because Stacey finally got a door on her office.
Yay! A door. Once dogs figure out doors, we're done.
I have the handles like you have. You have the handles, not the twisty handles, right?
Like a lever instead of
I got those too. I don't know why in the whole house, because it's handicap accessible, they have the turny knobs. It's like that's like step 3 of making a completely accessible house is levers.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Easier to open. Especially you don't need fine motor skills, you just need to push. But that makes it much easier for the dogs.
Exactly. It brings us not full circle, I would say full octagon back to where we were.
I would think Lily could jump good enough to do it, but the boys
can't.
The boys wouldn't be able to do it here.
A dog of adequate height should be very capable. Watch, after this, we'll go look this up on YouTube, and there's going to be 100 million videos of people's dogs opening their doors.
Oh, yeah, because a lot of people have service dogs, and service dogs are supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah.
How are you?
It's not like a party trick that you teach your dog. Hey,
I have a light Speedy can turn on. One of those little push lights.
Yeah.
Does it on command.
Really? Interesting. So instead of the Amazon word that we won't say, you could just say Speedy.
Well, the whole idea was for safety. Because remember, I was going to train him as a service dog. Was operative word.
Yeah.
Couldn't even pass good citizenship.
Okay.
All right. Talking about passing things.
This whole podcast has just sucked up until this point.
How many minutes are we in? Wow, are you judgy today?
I know.
You get on the charts and then all of a sudden you're judgy.
I am, but yeah. Because I only want the best quality for our...
Who's going to break first? You broke first.
Yeah, I'm broken. Period.
I definitely think that with 2 years of watching bad movies has not done much for our sanity.
Yeah. I wonder why that's about once a year my doc ups my anti-insanity medication.
That's funny. My doc has lowered my time to half an hour, and I'm good with mine.
Well, you're welcome. I took your pain.
And then we pass it on to the cringers.
Oh, dear.
Okay, I just want to address, we have been talking about doing a podcast on Cocaine Bear. Hubby Steve wants to do it, and his schedule hasn't provided it. So we will be doing a podcast review of Cocaine Bear, just not at this time. At this time, we have decided to watch Drive Angry. That was your plan. Which is
also the subtitle of Stacey's dash cam film.
Yeah, Drive Angry. Or one of my favorite quotes from Groundhog Day: "Don't drive angry," and he's driving down the groundhog. Right. That bit him multiple times during the filming of that movie.
I think Drive Brooding would have. What is it? Drive Brooding.
Brooding homes.
Yeah, because this is a Nicolas Cage movie, and he doesn't ever look angry, but he looks brooding.
Yeah.
Mm.
He plays such a straight face. You know.
Yeah. Well, I think this is likely one of those movies he did, to earn some money to go do something else, right?
Well, you said you feel it's a 1-to-5 ratio, right?
Yeah, right. He's got to do about about 5 of these kind of movies for every one that you might want to revisit.
Well, and what's funny is in the review, in the description, it tells you straight off it's his granddaughter, and his daughter was killed, and her granddaughter was kidnapped. And in the first 5 minutes of actually watching the movie, because I didn't read that, I'm trying to guess what the hell's going on because you just gave me the code to the watch party, and I just hopped on in it.
Yeah.
You want to give us the rundown of Drive Angry?
I will give you the entire timeline of the movie in 3 statements, which we've already teased out most of this, right?
Right.
In that last sentence, because it doesn't take much. This guy escapes from hell. He's going to rescue his granddaughter. He rescues his granddaughter, and he goes back to hell. Right? I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
That's really all that happened. And in the meantime, cars blow up, and there's
the death,
God and the devil and Satanism and ritual sacrifice and all this stuff goes on. But all that really happens is he gets out of hell, he does a little thing, and then he goes back to hell.
I'm sorry, Lily's making a mess of a nest out of your bed.
Yes, this is why I don't bother to make my bed. She remakes it in her own shape.
In 2013, they shot this in real 3D.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, I mean, the first shot is literally a guy gets shot in the hand, and the hand goes flying at the screen. Right. And I was like, this must be a 3D movie.
Yeah. There was a lot of opportunity in the biff, bam, pow scenes of the movie.
You could definitely tell they were
working the 3D. Yeah. And that's the kind of movie it is, right? This is a Saturday night, nothing else to do, going to the movies mostly for the popcorn. Let's watch some big splashy something.
Gory. Yeah, this is a Stacye movie for sure.
Cars blowing out of the screen and stuff like that. Did a lot of that.
I definitely feel that if you want gratuitous, just watch it. It's very gratuitous. I love the accountant.
Everything.
Everything that you could possibly. I mean, they spared no moment for weird trivia. Just the weird trivia alone, and they had really good actors. William Fichtner, is it Fichtner? He was the accountant, and talk about. I loved the accountant. I think he was my favorite character out of all of them. Yeah, just because his one-liners are great. He's got some of the best one-liners,
and he plays that kind of sleazy accountant.
Yeah.
Character.
He looks the part. He really does. And I know I said it in my review, but his line about Satan is simply the warden of a very large prison. He's a quiet man, actually, thoughtful and well-read. And I happen to know the idea of sacrificing children in his honor greatly annoys him greatly. The idea of sacrificing children, which is cool because it's just like calling out the elephant in the room. It just annoys him greatly. I love how it's just, and the way he says it is just so, what's funny is it's almost like revering. He reveres Satan. So it's like,
well, he's his right-hand man. He's his go-to guy,
Yeah, he's the one who goes and gets the people who come out. And then the teenagers, you almost fucking killed me, man. And the accountant goes, not even close. I won't see you again until you're 73. Looks at the other one and goes, I'll see you in 3 months. It's a very fun, if you want just good, weird one-liners and random stuff like the candy. Like she said something like, we were fucking and he just killed all those people. And she's just sitting there, And he totally protected her. She didn't get one scratch on her. I don't know what she was complaining about. But I I also love. I want the accountant screen so bad.
Yeah.
I do.
A coin that turns into an FBI badge.
And becomes a weapon, and you know, there are moments in a movie where you just go, I want to know more about this person. And the director, Patrick Lesser, has done a lot of movies I have watched because it's me.
Which is why this is the first one of its movies I've ever seen.
Yeah. But what's weird is he hasn't done anything since 2011. He did Drive Angry, Apollo 11, and then nothing since then, which is kind of sad because I really do appreciate Patrick Lesser.
Does it say tragically died in 2011?
I don't see anything about
drown off his yacht that was 4 football fields.
But he just, a lot of the movies, he did the Highlander movie. Or no, he did the Highlander series. He did 3 episodes of that. Vampire in Brooklyn. Come on, you've seen Vampire in Brooklyn, right?
No, I haven't. I'm familiar
it's the Eddie Murphy one?
I haven't seen.
He did Doctor Who, the movie, Mighty Ducks 3, Scream 2, Scream 3. So he's got a hit or miss, kind of like Nicolas Cage.
He's got a Stacye or Steve.
Yes.
Right. It's a bind.
Yeah, this guy can go both ways, which is very different for a director.
No, I didn't see that in that list. That all looked like one thing to me.
And then the other writer, Todd Farmer, he hasn't done anything since 2019. But he started, I bet you they met at Jason X because he started writing at Jason X, and the other guy did Jason X too. So I bet you that's why they came in to view of each other. But I definitely think that this is a match made in heaven. The writers, the director, and Nicolas Cage, because I mean, it is the epitome of just, oh, you remember Frank, the Frank character in the movie, the one that the some bitch, the boyfriend, Frank, the boyfriend that gets beat up on by
okay,
the boyfriend that they from the first thing when we meet Piper. So
hey, I'm sorry. I just have to leave a mark here when I need the end of when I need to start to edit out.
Well, what's edit out what?
A chunk of what was just
okay. So the writer, the farmer, Todd Farmer.
Yeah. Todd McDonald, right?
He's he comes and plays a cameo. He's the boyfriend of Piper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So the first car that they steal, because, Piper walks in on her best friend,
right,
getting nailed by her or fiance. That's right. She was supposed to be his fiance. That's the writer, which is hilarious. I did not know that until just now.
And another biblical reference there.
Yeah, they did a lot of biblical references on this one.
No, I mean yours.
And other religions.
Yours getting nailed. Get you out in the fresh air.
I've been getting a lot of fresh air. It's been beautiful. Except for all the dust and pollen. It's been beautiful. But you guys have gotten rain. How's your pollen count?
Can't measure it yet. Too wet.
All in all, it was a Stacye movie.
Yep.
Great one-liners, great gore, easy plot. Don't have to. You can definitely. I would say every time someone says the Milton, you're supposed to be dead, you should take a shot.
Okay.
Because it's every about 45. Well, maybe actually every 15 to 20 minutes, that Milton, Nicolas Cage's character, comes in contact with, like, I thought you were dead. They told me you were dead. I think that should be a
that's probably it. We've been doing, we haven't haven't talked about it, but we've been doing between each other, doing 6 degrees of Nicolas Cage for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
Like take the star of whatever movie we just watched and find their separation from Nicolas Cage, which does not work this week.
Nope. Hit 1.
0. It's 0.
Oh, yeah.
At least the little generator thing I'm using.
I definitely think for your pick, did you also pick?
No, you picked this one.
No, I didn't. You did. I did a review on it. You picked it.
Okay. All right. You're right.
Who? Now, I know Willy's Wonderland was a Cringer suggestion, right?
What's that now?
When Willy's Wonderland was a Cringer suggestion.
Yes.
Okay. No, you picked this one because I got a pick last night's.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that one's going to be hard for me to review. Other than say, turn off the television, leave the room quietly. Maybe make a cup of cocoa.
Put little marshmallows in there.
Yeah. What was the name of last night's movie? I can't remember it now.
I wrote it down and I left my notebook in the living room.
Yeah, honest to God, yeah. See, that's how memorable it was, and try to remember one line from the movie that we watched.
Oh, I just remember there were zombie Nazis
22 hours ago. Oh, that's the one. It was the Nazis.
Yeah, it was the zombie Nazi one with Peter. Oh, if I look up Peter Cushing, or is it Peter Cushing? No, it's not Peter. Is it Peter Cushing?
Da, 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 da,
yeah, Peter Cushing. When I saw him, I was so excited. I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Greg Moff Tarkin!"
And the name of the movie is?
I don't know. I'm so I want a view all. Just show me a view all. It was from 1977, so it was one of his later ones.
Yes, it was.
It was.
I got paid $25,000 for this movie, but we'll talk about all that next week. This week, all we want to do is tell the name of the
they're out of Shockwaves.
Thank you.
Shockwaves. Oh, that was fun.
Yes. Shockwaves. Yeah. So we will discuss that in detail next week.
I don't even see an IMDb.
It was so memorable. It's so impressed on us. It's part of us now.
Wait, are they making? Oh, it's
okay. All right.
I don't even see an IMDb. It's so bad it didn't even. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
And then again next week when Stacye reads Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm. I just all of a sudden I didn't see it. I just saw Wikipedia and Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, it has to have. It's I'm sure they were trying to say something with this film.
Which one?
But it failed.
We're talking about the one before.
Shockwaves.
Shockwaves?
No, I think Drive Angry, they weren't trying to say anything, but just here's a demon satanic.
No, it had no message. It was just
I think what it was is Fast and the Furious was big at that time. And I think they were just trying to have something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
Where, because at this point, they had already had like 3 Fast and Furiouses. So I think Nicolas Cage went, I want something like that. Or someone was like, I want something like that, but with demons. And 3D. And
I don't know. I think somebody said, here's a big giant check.
Yeah.
And he said, does my eye get shot out?
Yeah, no,
that was one of
totally
his
wanted that because that got pulled out.
His eye to get shot out, and they said yes. And
I think the twist about the accountant is one of my favorite things. Spoiler alert!
Yeah,
but when
nobody's going to watch this.
No one's going to watch it.
Or should no one should watch.
The twist is the account. You think the account? Well, yes, the accountant is keeping an eye on Milton. To take him back to hell, but in actuality, and towards the end of the movie, he spoils it by going, or he brings it out. I could have taken you any time, but certain things have to fall into place and certain people can't do things. So the fact that you're here now means you have a job to do. Once that job is done, taking you back to hell. But the idea, he just looks Milton straight in the eye and says, the tanker, I could have taken you out. In fact, I blocked their way. I've been giving you help this whole time. That's the twist. And that's when you start actually warming up to the accountant very, very much. Because that made me so happy.
Okay.
I can't help it. And the fact that they paid attention to the coin enough from the Greek coin and
magic coin.
I don't want that coin.
I know.
And then, of course, I added all the cars that Nicolas Cage got to drive because I love you and I want you to be happy. And that was pretty much all you did was, And I wasn't drinking hardcore this whole movie. I was actually watching it.
Yeah, me too. Just like the one last night.
We couldn't remember until I had to look it up.
I may not be able to remember if you ask me in 10 minutes. Shall we say goodnight, Stacye?
I don't know. What's our time? I really want Royal Farms chicken.
Okay.
If you're on the East Coast and you haven't had Royal Farms chicken, what the hell is wrong with you? Go eat it. Let's see. What else did I want to say? Are we going to mention the fact that we got a ranking?
No.
Okay.
No. The whole chart system's been screwed up for 2 days. That's probably why we got a rank.
Well, there's nothing wrong with getting a 205? 205 ranking if they just screw up on the stats. I'm okay with that. We are a 5-star podcast.
Say goodnight, Stacye. My life is too short to edit this one.
Care. Oh, come on. You're the one who texted me.
Good night, Stacye.
Okay, Cringers. Till the next time. Don't be afraid of clicking on that movie and seeing where the algorithm takes you. But please, write down the movies you were watching because sometimes you can't remember what they are.
Take notes.
Oh, and when you take notes, don't forget to take them with you to the podcast.
That's cool.
Because if you forget to take them to the podcast, you'll have to take a moment to look it up online.
Okay.
That annoys Steve.
We're going to wait a few days before we do our next one. We're going to study the next ones, like at least enough to remember the title.
Well, yeah, that's the problem with the algorithm. Any words of advice?
Blame it on the.
Of course, I'm going to blame it on the algorithm. That's the whole point of this podcast.
No, I have no words of wisdom.
You always have words of wisdom.
Let's see. Choose your friends wisely, your enemies carefully, and your podcast co-hosts like you were going to be chained together by a giant iron ball for the rest of eternity, dragging each other.
I'm just thinking of two supermassive black holes because I've been watching how the universe works a lot lately. And so I'm just like, they're just circling each other.
I thought you said supermassive assholes.
Do I can, if you want to drive with me, I am a super angry. Well, I'm not angry. I just sound very angry.
You're angry. When you yell at people out the window of your car, this is why you like driving on a sunny day.
The person who just decided that they wanted to go to the turn lane so badly they drove on the median.
Yeah.
Or not the the island. They drove on the island. Good
night again.
No.
Stacye and Steve's Cringe Fest is a production of How It's Day Old Clams. Like, share, and review us on your favorite podcast service. Our music was composed by Tony Longworth. Email us at sscringefest@gmail.com. Text us or leave us voicemail at 401-400-2096. I'm Hal, your announcer, wishing you peace and love.
Okay. I promise I won't start talking. Okay.
Here we go again, Cringers. I'm Stacye, and using his cough button is Steve.
We should do that again. I coughed all through that.
I did notice I don't see the hairball behind your door anymore.
Oh, it's there.
Oh. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.